Hello everybody, how is it going? So, more Flagship event. This is the same venue, but day one. We have a Luffy mirror match, technically. But it's red Luffy versus red purple Luffy. This is the only red purple Luffy match I could find within the Flagship event, so I figured some people will probably be interested. Kind of unfortunate we won't see all the starter deck cards till probably later in the year. I'd imagine November, December, around there somewhere. So yeah, but still, cool to see the new decks being played in their format right now, and they will, get better come OP05, which is out. So hopefully whenever we have the next bigger event in the OCG, we'll see more of them. I know Red Purple Law seems pretty popular, and that makes me happy because I need every excuse in the world to keep playing Law. But yeah, Red Purple Luffy kind of not doing a ton early game. The early game mainly just consists of ramp cards or like playing a Nami if they decide to play Nami. Yeah, so they're just swinging. I think that was 8 at life. Red Luffy will take. Go back, ramping their Dawn. They did just play a Zoro on curve, and obviously not swinging with it because it is only 5,000. So, yep, we have another Whitebeard in the game. I don't know who is better, honestly. I feel like Whitebeard might still be better than Red Purple Luffy, just simply because they have 6 life, and that just means you'll get to see 3 more cards than Luffy, which is kind of crazy. But the new purple cards are very strong, and they continue to get more strong purple cards in OP05, so could definitely be a toss-up. He might end up being better than Newgate. So, yeah, I guess we'll just have to see. Also, I'm very intrigued by this red Luffy's leader. I'm not exactly sure what's going on there. Looks pretty cool, but yeah, at first when I was first watching this, I couldn't make out what leader it was. But yep, it is red Luffy. They're swinging 7 at purple Luffy. I'm gonna call him Whitebeard Luffy. Nah, I don't know. Alright, so 8 into their opponent. They'll take as well. So they're already down to 1 life, but they should be on either 8 Dawn this turn, and once, I think it's 8 or 9 Dawn this turn. I think it's 8, and then they'll be able to immediately use their leader to ramp 1 more, and then they'll be able to play. I do think they have a 9-drop. And, yep, they play down a 9-drop. This is the strength of Red Purple Luffy. And we'll go 8. And I would imagine Zoro, unless you just want to ignore board and go for life. And that is what he did, goes at life. Alright. That is fair. Zoro's gonna need 3 Dawn to even swing at your leader right now, so fair play, fair play. Our red Luffy player does have the Gordon, though. And, I can't quite see their hand, but yeah, that is a jet pistol, and they do have an Otama, so they do have an answer to this 9-cost Whitebeard, be it 2 cards out of their hand, and also the Gordon they played turn 1, so yeah, still is an option though, probably worth dealing with if you can, so I think it would be fair to do that this turn. Doesn't seem like many other plays. Kind of hard to see their hand. I see a bunch of 2Ks. Their elbows kind of blocking the rest. But yeah, I'd imagine they'll probably want to deal with the Newgate this turn. But yeah, they're showing the Gordon here. I imagine that would be the play this turn. And he might have enough Dawn to continue swinging a little bit into life. So yeah, Gordon reducing the Newgate. Probably followed by the Otama. Yep, minusing the Newgate once again. And now it is in pistol range. So, assume that's what they're gonna do. They're playing a lot of removal in this list. I mean, most Luffy decks do, honestly. So, yeah, it's also just interesting to see red Luffy in OP04. I don't know, I'd imagine Zoro's still very good. So, hot take, playing Luffy. He's always been staple. He's always been played in tournaments, but I feel like as of late, at least in our format, it's mainly just been Zoro, Whitebeard, and Law are kind of the three main red decks. But still has his leader ability to use, and should be 2 Dawn. Looks like 2 Dawn. There could be a third there that I can't see. No, just 2 Dawn. Plays down the Makino. Alright, so opts not to swing. And yeah, just passes. But this will let him start to swing with Nami, which is it's solid. It's solid, you know, especially if red purple Luffy doesn't want to devote a swing into like the Makino and just wants to keep going for life. So fair play. Looks like, yeah, red purple Luffy does have a Eustace to play, a couple blockers, a couple counters. So does play the Eustace. Uses his effect, minuses a Dawn, so now his leader is at 7k. Can re-ramp that Dawn with leader effect, which is cool. It's kind of like he has a kid blocker right now. Then he'd have 4 Dawn, right? Yeah, 4 Dawn to work with. Could play like a blocker Law, which I believe I see in his hand. He also has the 10-drop Luffy. We don't see any blockers from red Luffy's side, so yeah. Probably won't get max value if he plays it, but still is a play. Also, I'm saying Luffy a whole lot. Sorry if this is confusing at all. Red Luffy will take the 9k hit there, and it will pick up a beam off life, which is pretty good. Beam being at 4 in the OCG is kind of crazy. That card is kind of nuts. Picks up, I'm not sure what for turn. I think he already had that Vista, so I'm not quite sure what he grabbed. Might have just been another 2k counter. Not sure. But still not looking super great on like the proactive play department. Could definitely just start swinging pretty heavy into life now, and maybe leaving some up for defense with the radical beams. He doesn't really have a way to answer the 7-drop kid, which could have been nice because he does have a pistol. But yeah, looks like we're just going with the route of apply as much pressure as possible. It is nice that you know, as you're facing red purple Luffy, them only having 3 life does make it feel more manageable when their leader is always like above 6k. Like all their top end pretty much just, you know, makes their leader bigger, which is really strong. You know, I always think back to, you know, 8-drop kid. Having an 8k leader is pretty good. Obviously 8-drop kid being a bit more oppressive because you can't clear any of like his little bodies and such, but yeah, Luffy just taking a couple swings at Luffy. Does defend one of them with a Basil, which is just a 1k, and I'd imagine he'll defend this too because it's just another 7k swing. Not going to be too hard to get out of. Might have to drop a 2k for it though. Yeah, he does drop an Otama. Still has 5 cards in hand. Looks like a Law blocker, I think another Otama, a Queen, and I'm not sure. Oh yeah, 10-drop Luffy, and I'm not sure what the other card is. It might be the 0 cost event, or it could just be a new event that I'm I don't know. Going 7 once again into leader. Oh, he also does play the Jinbei. Didn't even notice that. Bunch of little bodies. I mean, I guess it's a proactive play. Could help him swing into Kid next turn, and then just passing. Red purple Luffy still having 1 life. Let's see, does he have more top end? Picks up another 7-drop Eustace, which I would imagine will probably be played. No like small defense really. No like radical beams. I don't know if he's playing like a chopper block or anything like that. Okay, but he actually decides to play down Queen, which is probably the safer play, just having a blocker. Will also still be 7k because of the Eustace he already has on board, so should be really safe this turn. Trashes the event that I'm still not sure what it is. Also picks up another 2k counter, and he does have a radical beam, which I'd imagine he'll leave up. Using leader effect, getting back that Dawn he used for Queen. Still probably just going to ignore board because it's really just a Zoro and I guess, you know, the Nami Makino stuff. But he has pretty big swings, and that does feel pretty bad not pressuring life and just going for, you know, some 1-drops. So, but Red Luffy does have 2 Dawn and also 2 Radical Beams, so they can probably get out of these swings quite easily. We'll go up to 9 here, go up to 10, so it gets out of the use this swing. I'd imagine we're probably going to see like another 9k swing with lead. Oh, no, just a 7. So that could also be guarded with the other Radical Beam, or he could opt to take just to see another card and save the Radical Beam for next turn. Does opt to take that life. Let's see what he finds. Another Jinbei. My goodness. Hand is rough, but I feel like he's played it pretty well for what he's had to work with. And then Red Purple Law dropping a 4-cost Law blocker. Doesn't get to rip any cards because Red Luffy only had 5 cards at the time. Now we'll be at 6, and yeah, he's just gonna have to do his best here to kind of try to fight through all the defenses. I believe that's our round table he just picked up, which is pretty cool. I think that card's always been really good. It's just a bit of a heavy commitment, but gives your little bodies a ton of value. So he could even, you know, like reduce Kid, swing at it with like a Nami, or even the Otama, because I think they go negative attack, if I'm remembering correctly. So 10 Dawn to work with. Still no real top end to play. I do think one of those cards is the Rush Sanji, which is it's decent, but it still need 1 more Dawn to even attack it leader, just because, you know, it's at 7 right now. So could just be another turn where he tries to just make a bunch of swings and then just keep doing that, and hopefully they run out of resources. Still has 1 Radical Beam. Could definitely just out the Kid this turn by round tabling it. So yep, pays 4, reduces 7-drop Kid, and he can go at it with really any of his little bodies. Goes at it with the Otama. That is funny. And yep, it goes down. Luffy still has 6 Dawn remaining, so can continue swinging. I think he can get like 3 swings in. That'd be exactly 6, because he'd need 2 for Zoro, 2 for the Nami after Makino, and 2 for his lead. And he does have 1 more with his leader effect. So we'll see what he ends up going for. He'll probably end up using his leader effect to leave up 1 Dawn for the Radical Beam, I would imagine. Because he still could potentially die this upcoming turn. Because if Red Purple Luffy can just survive without using either of his blockers, he basically just has, you know, 3 attacks. 2 of them being 6Ks, 1 of them just being 5. But still could get the job done. But he does boost up the Nami. Uses leader effect, gives Nami a Dawn, then gives her an active Dawn. Attack for 7 at lead. This will be met with a 2k by Red Purple Law, or not Red Purple Law, Red Purple Luffy. If I said that at all outside of that situation, I feel like I definitely might have. My bad. I'm so used to saying Red Purple Law. But Luffy's still having 5 Dawn remaining. I'm thinking 2 Dawn Zoro, 2 Dawn lead, and then leave 1 up for Radical Beam. I think that is the move. Try to whittle Red Purple Luffy's hand down as much as he can. Definitely thinking about it though. A lot of these little removal cards like the Vista are not really going to get value in this matchup, so a bit unfortunate. They're pretty much 1k counters that'll stay in his hand. So Red Luffy swinging 7 at Red Purple Luffy. A Red Purple Luffy will take that hit and pick up a 9-drop. I don't think he's really going to have the room to play another 9-drop. He potentially could, but I think if Red Luffy doesn't put down any blockers this turn, which I don't think he has any in hand, so he won't, it might just be time for Red Purple Luffy to go for game with 3 decent sized bodies and 10 Dawn to work with. I'd imagine it's very possible this turn. I don't think, yeah, there's just no reason to drop any of his top end at this point. Alright, after quite a bit of thinking, red purple Luffy will swing for, I believe it's 9 or 8? 8 or 9, I'm not quite sure. Just because it's hard to see. I think it's 8 though, I think it's 8. Also forgot to grab his Dawn for turn. But yeah, red Luffy will Radical Beam. And okay, so it must be for 9 if he's thinking of dropping another card. Okay. Yep, drops the Sanji for the extra 1k, so it was a 9k swing. He only has now 3k worth of counter in hand, so red purple Luffy, if they decide to commit for game, they can definitely get it this turn. If they don't, it's not looking good for them. So I'd imagine they'd commit, because they really don't have any counter in hand. I guess they could play like 7-drop Eustace, but I don't think that's good. Swings 9 again with Queen. Also gives, you know, Blocker Law 2 Dawn before the swing in case it is a jet pistol, which would have definitely just robbed the game for red Luffy. So good thing he played around it. Goes the remaining 2 Dawn and swings 9 once again. And that is the game. Red purple Luffy taking it over his counterpart. Well, anyways, thank you guys for watching. Hey guys, it's me, I'm back. Post game. Just wanted to talk for a second here. We're really close to 1,000 subs, and I normally don't ask for anyone to subscribe or anything like that, but for the one time, if you guys enjoy the content, I'm surprised we even got this far. It's really cool. Anyone enjoys my content, honestly. But yeah, if you're enjoying the content and want to support me, definitely subscribe, would be much appreciated. I'm definitely trying to think of something cool to do for 1,000 subs whenever we get there. We'll see though, we'll see. I gotta rack my brain. Anyways, I'll see you guys in the next one.